just going off on his own. I like it.
I have to. Let me just say this part. I'm happy you finally have done something. At least you've done something this time. It's been years. You finally have. Okay, we got to change the Twitter liner. We'll do that. All right. I am willing to make a change with you, Matt.
Okay.
All right, and I just thought of it. So I have a fight lined up for Matt.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Have I introduced you to the person?
No.
Okay, he is here today.
No way.
So I will introduce you to him.
Fabulous.
But
All
Matt,
right.
Matt, I'm going to give you the option. Okay, you can make this decision. I won't because I know what I would do. I am willing to change the opponent. If you're game, we can change it. Sight unseen, you don't know who this is. Jimmy doesn't know who it is. But if you would like, since you just said the things you did, we can change it from him to Jimmy.
Depends what the sport is.
Boxing. He's going to box.
Are you gonna?
Don't say nothing. Don't say. What would you...
I want the first guy.
That's a good choice.
Jimmy's a big guy, got long reach. He's a true professional in the sport. He grew up loving it. He knows the matrix and the angles and the sport itself, the movement. So I think I'll take sight unseen.
Do you know why Do you know why Jimmy knows the movements and the distance and stuff? Because he is a boxer.
Well, I knew that.
I was hoping.
Listen, I'll tell you, Matt. I'll tell you this. Get me into the second round, and I'll gas.
But you got to run real fast. 3 minutes.
I've got 3 minutes.
We'll use like a small, like the Trigon or something. So neither one of you can run, and we can just watch it bang a little bit. But yeah, I will introduce Jimmy to your opponent, and because I trust him. I will let him even talk about the opponent without saying his name or whatever, so the build-up will be outstanding.
So when is this happening?
When I put it together.
So this is okay. So this is genuinely a real thing, because I thought it was BJJ you were doing. So you're going to have a boxing match?
No, he was going to do a jiu-jitsu thing against David Vieira, a fifth-degree black belt.
Okay.
Which he has a better chance of outboxing you in the first minute than beating David Vieira on the ground. And he can't outbox you in the first minute.
Matt, forgive me.
I'm undefeated in boxing as well.
But Matt, I've
never lost in boxing.
But you have a belt in BJJ, right?
No, he has a belt from Kmart.
Okay.
Well, okay. And no, I have a mission belt. They're one of our
okay.
of the show. It is lovely. It's got a little clasp, no loops,
Yeah. Nice. Okay, I get you.
Belt. But Jimmy, it doesn't matter. I'm undefeated in all martial arts. I've never lost.
Amazing.
He's never fought.
Amazing.
So
right.
don't let the truth. Like Wes Sims always said. Don't let the truth get in the way of a great story. So yeah.
Truth. I've never done.
So is there a time frame on this match?
We're going to talk. See, again, I don't know how big I want to make this. Now I know Matt enough that he wants this to be. He thinks kind of like what Jason Knight just said, that he's disappointed, but he put on a great fight, which this won't be. We already know that. So Matt just wants to see millions and millions and millions of people see him. I just don't know if he really wants to see millions and millions and millions of people see him, face up 30 seconds into the fight.
You're underestimating me.
This is it.
And I'm so close to the fight game that I could steal the stat sheets. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I'm in the camp. I'm in the camp. I have enough experience, being around these guys. I have enough knowledge of the sport. I'm going out to be with JR for his title fight tomorrow for the flyweight belt.
Yeah, good luck on that one. He's fighting Johnny Dodson.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So I get guys. I train with guys, or I train guys that are at the highest level in different sports. So even though I haven't put myself in a competitive situation for the public to see, I have enough experience and knowledge and passion for the sport that I'm fairly confident that no matter who you put over there, like in your little magic fight you're designing, I know that I'm not going to embarrass myself. I may lose, but that's part of every fight, right? And every fighter has to deal with that fear of loss. So, one of us is going to win, but I can guarantee you I'm going to earn some respect from whoever you put me against.
Well, you still won't get much respect from me, right? but I'm not going to respect you much. But here's the one thing that I will say about you, and this I'm willing to put money on. Matt does he trains fighters. He has this apparatus on the back of his truck, yada, 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 yada. I know that's a song as well. I'm willing to bet that after Matt gets knocked out and he's looking face up and he sees his opponent, the first words out of Matt's mouth to the opponent that just knocked him out is, "Hey, can I get you on the GNAT? My truck's outside."
Yeah, because I'll be like, look, I can train you to be better than that. I mean, that was.
I honestly.
You know, but what if I shocked the world, Randall? Like, what if I actually knocked this dude out, whoever you put in front of me, and then you're like, oh my god, like what? Like because here's one thing about me: when I make a commitment mentally, my discipline training, my mental focus. I rode a bicycle to New York. I became a world champion, a Mr. Universe. AMBF pro bodybuilder eating nothing but a junk food.
Is this a quick story?
But when I put my mind to something, when I literally put my heart and my soul into one purpose, man, nobody's been able to beat me yet.
Well, why don't we?
I don't care what we're doing.
Why don't we? Well, listen.
Matt's getting riled.
As the kind of intermediary here, I'm going. Listen. Why don't we put something on Randy then? Why don't we say that if you win, Matt, Randy has to do something, and we can choose what he has to do.
Tattoo. He has to get a tattoo that says "I'm the goat."
He has to get a tattattw. Yeah, okay. He has to get like a. I mean, I don't know.
We already have that bet in place.
Like a New York Yankees tattoo.
Yeah,
or
that ain't happening.
like
That ain't happening.
There you go.
Jews don't get tattoos on purpose. Okay, and we'll leave it at that. But that's already down. You know, the BJJ against David Vieira.
Yeah.
So if we're going to put something on it, I'm going to the Shore thing.
Yeah, but come on. There has to be some peril here.
No, we'll go to the Shore
There has
thing.
to be some peril.
I only gamble when I'm 100% sure. I'm so sure that I don't gamble. I bought a ticket to that $1 billion Powerball and threw it away before they pulled the numbers. That's how sure I am.
There's logic there, not very good logic.
And here's the sad thing: when I saw the announcement that a ticket was bought in Florida, I got a little nervous. When the ticket was bought at Publix, I had to go to the bathroom.
Can I tell you a story about the lottery? I have a friend of mine that will remain nameless because his wife still doesn't know this story 25 years on. My dad's best friend had the Inland Revenue, which is like your IRS here, battering his door down for hundreds of thousands of dollars. His business was in turmoil. He had heart problems. He's only in his early 40s. His wife was going to leave him because of the stress. This is all a true story. And they went away to look at possibly moving to America. So they moved to America. They went out for 6 weeks to do a little recce and to have a little look at houses and schools for the little one.
Can I just ask a question?
What's that?
What's recce?
Recce, like to overlook it all, to assess the situation.
Thanks.
And what they did was we have the national lottery in Britain that covers all of Britain and Northern Ireland. And he put his national lottery ticket on Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesday and Saturday is every draw. He puts the same numbers on and he pays for 6 weeks worth of tickets while he's away. Now imagine he's in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt. His wife still doesn't know this story. Thankfully, she's not. She's probably not going to listen to this show, and I hope not. And they go away and they arrive back in Britain on the Friday. On the Saturday, his numbers came up. All 6 numbers. He would have won £10 million, and he hadn't put the ticket on to cover that Saturday. So his wife still to this day doesn't know that they actually would have got out of all their troubles. Ironically, he then created a business and went on to be a multimillionaire, which was amazing. But he actually had the ticket right back on the Friday night and thought, don't worry, I've put the Saturday night's ticket on. I would have done that. And he didn't, and all 6 numbers came up. And he told my father that story, literally quivering. And like I said, it was a great story because over the next 15 years, he moved to America and made his millions. So.
How long, this is a typical one of my questions, Matt. How long from the time that he blew the Saturday ticket until he did start making some money?
Oh, about 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. He only started making money in his like his late 50s type of thing. And he did that in America. You know, he has to thank the good old US of A for that one. But yeah. So this is it. Don't throw away your tickets, Randy.
Yeah,
in fact, I'll tell you what, don't buy lottery tickets.
Well, I normally don't. I normally don't.
But Jimmy, you're trying to convince a man who judges boxing events, turns in his scorecard, and before they actually raise the hand of the winner is already in his car in traffic, calling back to the arena to find out who actually won.
Listen, I've been at UFC events when the main fight has gone on for slightly too long, but there's a red eye back to Tampa, and I've been sat in the media area and going, Where's those 2 seats Steve and Randy have gone?
Yeah. Well, and that's a true story, but it also, you're making it as a negative, and I know we only have about another 90 seconds. You're making that story about the judging as a negative. I make that as a positive. I am able to judge a fight and turn the ballot in seconds after. Sometimes people think. No, you don't think. As soon as the ding, 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 and we're going to talk about the slap, slap, slap when we come back. But as soon as the ding, ding, ding comes in, you have to be ready, prepared to turn the ticket in. And I did turn it in. I put it through the fence, and I did call the referee, who was a friend of mine, and said, "Hey, I'm already on the Howard Franklin. Who won the fight?" Right. It doesn't matter to me.
But don't you want to like look over to the other 2 judges and say, "Hey, what do you guys think?" Like in school when you cheat off your neighbor.
No.
Don't you want to like look at their scorecard and like make sure you get it right?
First of all, I do get it right. I'm, in my opinion, I'm the best judge there is. I have always been on the right side. Except I think there was one time and they were wrong. We'll talk more about this when we come back. I know we're at the top of the hour. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong, Staff Zone, and Bucked Up Energy Drink. We'll be right back.